What it is. Listen, it's your man Crook. I'm here over at the lovely Dominion High School, and listen up, man. Listen, I got to tell you a crazy story. I met the sickest beat maker you're gonna see on the East Coast, right? I met him a year ago, exactly on my birthday. My father introduced me to this young man, and he performed for me and a police officer that was on duty here one time, and I was just too blown away, because I haven't heard what he incorporated in his beat making skills or whatever, man. But listen, this is my man Scott. Y'all check him out real quick. I didn't have a cameraman, so I pulled a DJ Valid, or whatever you call him. It's all good though. But look, check him out.
All right. So tell the people at home your name and everything, man.
My name is Skyler Gutierrez. I've been beatboxing for about 11 years. It's been a long journey. American Beatbox Championships down in New York. Also, I got a contract in middle school, which no one expected. It was just a casual talent show, and there turned out to be a studio producer sitting in the crowd. They recruited me, and believe it or not, the contract was $100,000. And that was one of the biggest ones, and that's entirely going into savings for college. So I'm just leaving that in there, not touching that at all. But I'm still pursuing it and want to go on professionally, especially in Europe. And that's pretty much my goal so far. Tough journey, but I'm here now.
Right. So how did you actually get into beatboxing, bro?
Beatboxing, it's not common. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but I learned from this Asian guy down the street.
Right.
He just came out of nowhere, and then afterward he just started beatboxing. He's like, yo, do you want to learn how to do this? And knowing my curious self, kids, they want to learn everything. They're curious, right? So I just started learning by myself, and he started teaching me. I'm just lucky that he wasn't an abuser or something,
Right.
He could have just taken me at any moment, and it turned out to be the best talent of my life. So I've been pursuing that and self-taught, and that's exactly how I got into it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because it really is interesting, because I met you last year on my birthday, actually, when you beatboxed for me and the police officer out in the back, and stuff, man. So that was crazy. I was like, God, man, I was like, how you be doing that little, I dibble, I try to dibble and dab a little bit, because I got respect for beatboxing, because it's somewhat. I think, would you agree that it's somewhat like a lost art form in a way?
It's I've actually done some research on this stuff.
Right.
Beatboxing is the 5th element of hip hop.
Right.
So it's still there. There are some big people that used to incorporate this, especially with the DJs. I forgot this guy's name, but no, I remember his name. His name is Rozelle. He used to be beatboxer back in the day. He's the only beatboxer that's won a Grammy, and that's a while ago. But he's long gone. No one really remembers him that much anymore.
Okay.
But
wait. You said he was the first beatboxer to win a Grammy?
To win a Grammy award.
Wow. I would see. I learned something today.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought that it would have been Dougie Fresh or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because growing up, I listened to was Dougie Fresh and what's the other guy from the Fat Boys? Him too, and I can't remember his name. It saved my life. And Biz Markie and all kind of other beat makers and stuff. But Dougie Fresh, he was the truth.
Yeah, it was. And man, this man, he doesn't even have over 20K followers. I mean, that's how lost beatboxing is. But I'm just trying to bring it up again, especially because singing, it's getting kind of old. You got a bunch of other talent out there that judges are used to seeing, and then you got the beatboxer, which is damn, I've never seen this in my life before.
Right.
And it's interesting, and that's what gets you to the top level. All those different aspects that you obtain just get you to the top immediately if you know how to use it.
Dude, that's what's up, bro. That's still blowing my mind a little bit, man. So so you said earlier you said about competitions. How many have you been in so far?
Ooh. I've been in about almost 7 competitions. Right now, I'm 3rd in the United States for the best beatboxer. I'm trying to get to the top, but I'm only 16.
Using 7 competitions in
New York, definitely Virginia, in Ohio.
Okay.
Where else? The biggest one that I'm trying to get to is in Europe. You gotta submit like videos. You gotta submit a bunch of stuff just to get noticed.
Word.
It's kind of hard because you got a bunch of hardcore beatboxers down there.
Yeah.
We already have a champion in the United States, and I was one of the first Virginians to make it, like to actually just make it to the finals. And I mean, I know I lost, but it's big. And for a 16-year-old to get there with a almost 32-year-old, that's been beatboxing for almost double time that I've been beatboxing. It's awesome. It just shows me that I'm just gonna get there, you know.
Damn.
Way before then.
Damn, man. That's kind of cool, man. That definitely is. So, you know, besides beatboxing, like, do you also kind of like rap or like? Let's see here. If I remember correctly, you saying you was rolling with somebody. You had a crew that kind of rapped and sing, and you like, you know, what, beatboxing and like, were you like providing the beat or something, or?
So I can rap here and there.
Right.
Here and there. I'm not amazing at it, but I can keep the flow.
Okay.
And the thing about being a beatboxer is that you know how to keep that flow because you are the beat, you know, and you just keep the flow the whole entire time. Basically, I can't really find, you know, really good rappers, so I'm just trying to find one. Overall, it's just I'm just here busy trying to find another rapper. I just can't find a rapper. It's hard, especially these days. Everyone's so busy. But yeah, I'm usually the beat.
Okay.
I can rap here and there.
Right.
And I have met big celebrities. I've met Eminem, actually. I've also met, who else have I met? I've met 2 Chainz too.
What?
Both of those.
Dang.
Both of those rappers. And who else have I met? I've met like a bunch of other like Disney Channel characters, Alessia Cara here and there. Yeah.
Okay.
Those people. And yeah, those were really good experiences.
Man, I'm about to say, how do you end up running into those guys? Was it because of the competitions or?
So, these competitions do a lot for you.
Right.
So there's one competition where you have dinner with all the judges. This was in New York. You have dinner with all the judges. Then you just start eating there. All the people that are competing, the judges give their background. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, you know, I want to win this joint. You know, I'm sick of eating. I want to go compete. Right? We compete. I get first place. I get to meet a bunch of stars in the back that were watching the competition. And guess who's in the back? And the person that I least expected, and it was Eminem in the back, which was one of the best experiences of my life.
Word.
New York.
Man, so I'm about to say, so, you know, I mean, it was definitely one of my favorite MCs of all time.
Oh, yeah.
So what was that experience like, just being in the backstage with him, like?
This guy, he has a serious face.
Right.
He smiles when he puts grief on somebody.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah? Like, for some reason I see that. But his flow, out of this world.
One of a kind, right?
One of a kind. I can't. He's a rhyming robot.
Gotcha.
That's what he is. Yeah. He's so articulate.
Got you. This is true, man. It is true, man. That's, you know, shout out to anybody out there that's watching, man. Just put your, you know, give it your best and give it your all, man. For real.
Yeah.
But like, so like, who was like, really, who your influence? You had like any kind of influences?
Influences. I mean, besides all other rappers, besides all other beatboxers, my only influence is right here myself. That's my influence.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I'd say motivation-wise, it's gonna be rappers. It's gotta be rappers. Because their art form is just different, you know? The way they speak, the way they talk. That kind of motivates me to do better because beatboxing doesn't really have language. It's just beats, you know? And the only way I get that motivation is from rapping, what they say, you know, what you can do and what you can't do. And if you can't do that, how you can make it better.
Gotcha. When it's all said and done with your career, how you want to be like, people like remember your legacy by?
Biggest thing, especially when you're a beatboxer, always get the crowd involved. The crowd, without them, you just have nothing to live for. The crowd, your crowd is your vibe, you know? Some people aren't gonna like you, some people are into classical music, some people are into jazz, but the people who really stick with you, that's where your legacy starts. You gotta stick with them. You gotta provide for them. You gotta be that entertainment for them, because without their support, you're gonna get nowhere. So that's why I want people to remember me. I just want to spread that knowledge, spread that talent to them, so they can, remember how it's like to live that good life. You know.
I say get like your little own beatboxing crew together and stuff. I'm about to say I see you, man. I'm about to say that happens, man. Yo, you got to be in it one time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. There are beatboxers in commercials these days now.
Right.
Microsoft, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, man. There's money out there, man. Shoot. I'm about to say, one more thing. You ever thought about when you find your rapper and stuff, man?
Ooh.
You ever thought about producing like a whole like little EP, just you beatboxing?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Because instead of using, all that, studio stuff,
right?
You got it right here. All right. This is a one-way valve. Okay. You got the beat, you have the tempo, you have different sound effects, and that's all coming from the mouth. And especially when it's when you go in the studio, you can make that clean. You can clean that up so you don't hear all that breathing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Make that tight, especially with the rapping.
Yeah.
And the good thing about being a beatboxer is that you can change the way the rapper wants his music, because you got rappers that like to go with a slow type of beat. You got rappers that want to go fast and just spit the truth out. So definitely.
Yeah, shoot. I'm about to say, man. I'm about to go and get the people a little taste, man.
All right. I'm about to give them the taste. I promise you, there's nothing on me. Nothing. If you want, I can take off the jacket. Just kidding. All right, ready? I'll do this with no hands. Ready? I'm getting a little bit sloppy. Hold on. See that ending though?
Man, that's not even, how you breathing?
Oh yeah. And then you got a bunch of stuff.
I'm about to say, how you breathing doing that?
I didn't even incorporate 50% of the stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
But yo, man, that's what it is, man. Like for real, I appreciate you, coming out real quick, doing this interview with me, man. For real, man. Yeah, man. Tell the folks who you are again. You know, plug out your social medias and what else you got going on in your life, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Once again, Skyler Gutierrez. Well, I do have an Instagram, capital SMG _ capital BVX. Just search that up. You're gonna find me. I'm not really that famous, guys. So, but it's all good. You know, a few extra likes and supports would actually help a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say, once again, this Crook, man, saying, thanks for, vibing with us real quick, man. This is your platform, your sound, Stupid Radio.
Yep.
We out.